Hello everyone and welcome back to another math video. Today we're going to be talking about parallel lines cut by a transversal and how to name the angles. So similar to the problems that you see up on the screen here. Just a reminder that this is the speedrun version where we go through pretty quickly. If you'd like the normal version, I will link that in the description below. Okay, Ricasso Recap. Before you start this lesson, you should already know about vertical, adjacent, and supplementary angles. You should know what those mean. You should know how to identify them in a figure. If you'd like a refresher on any of those topics, I will link a video in the description below. Please go watch that before you start this lesson. All right, new lesson starts now. Here we go. So here we have two parallel, the name of the lesson is parallel lines. So let's start with that. Here are my parallel lines. Parallel lines, boom. Cut by a transversal. Let's get a different color here. Cut by a transversal. So that would be this line right here that's cutting both of the parallel lines. Now what we're going to do is we're going to give numbers to all the angles here. So we're going to call this angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now all of these angles have specific names. We're going to start with alternate interior angles. So interior means that we're looking in between the parallel lines, so we can ignore the ones on the outside. I'm only looking at these four angles on the inside. And then the word alternate just means to switch. So we're looking for two angles that are on the inside that switch. And by switch, I mean they switch across the transversal diagonally. So for example, these 4 and 5 are alternate interior angles because they are both inside and they switch diagonally across the transversal. The other pair, we would also say that 3 and 6 are alternate interior angle pairs. Now, this is with numbers. Let's look at a drawing or a figure with letters. So the same drawing, but with letters. And same question, alternate interior angles. So let's look at our answer choices. Let's start with EFC. So EFC would be this corner right here. So I know that I'm looking for the alternate interior, which would be this corner up here. So what corner is that? That would be DCF or FCD. Let's see how they do it. They do it with DCF. Okay? So those are alternate interior. What happens now if we talk about, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've done alternate interior, now we're going to do alternate exterior. And so now we're looking on the outside of the parallel lines, so we can ignore the inside angles. And now, same idea. Which ones are outside and go diagonally? Well, that would be 1 and 8, and 2 and 7. Okay, so 2 and 7. These are alternate exterior. So again, on this drawing, let's look at our answer choices. Same question, alternate exterior. KLN would be this corner. So now I know the alternate exterior would be this corner up here. So this is GIJ or JIG. And so here it is. JIG is the correct answer. Everything else is incorrect. So we've done alternate interior, alternate exterior. No, excuse me. The last one we're going to talk about is corresponding. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Corresponding goes like this. Corresponding means we're going to stay on the same side of the transversal and we skip. So what I mean is, if we start at 1, skip 3, go to 5. So 1 and 5. Or, let's switch it up here. If you start at 3, skip 5, go to 7. So 3 and 7. And then we could do the same thing on the other side. We could start 2, skip 4, go to 6. So 2 and 6. And the last pair, I see I've erased part of my 4 here. Here we go. Oh, and I've erased my 2. The last pair would be start 4, skip 6, go to 8. So 4 and and 8. So with corresponding, there are 4 different pairs. So on this drawing, it says corresponding. So let's start with, it says start with WXZ. So WXZ would be this corner. So my corresponding angle would be start here, skip this angle, and go to here. So what angle is this right here? That would be TUX, which is right here. All right, here's our cool clock for today, which means that it's time for you to practice what you just learned. Go ahead and pause the video and try these 2 problems on your own. And when you're ready, you can unpause the video and we'll check your answers. Okay, now that you've had time to work these problems, let's check your solutions. Okay, for the first problem, should have said it's angle UVS and TSV. These are alternate interior. And for the second problem, notice that this is a select all. And in this case, all of the answers are actually correct. All these are corresponding. Hopefully, this drawing being sideways didn't throw us off too much. All right, that's it for today. I hope you all have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.